Mic check, mic check.
Hi guys, this is
Hi.
Tony and Chelsea Live.
And this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, online store, portfolio. You can see there's like vegetables falling, some cups. That's what your Squarespace will look like. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 support. So if you want to try Squarespace, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony. And you can use it for free, no credit card needed for 14 days.
Yeah, try it out.
But when you're like, dang, Squarespace is the coolest, and you want to buy it, squarespace.com/Tony and the coupon code PhotoNews for 10% off your entire purchase.
We'll take a look at a couple of Squarespace portfolios today. If you have your site already up and running, send it to us at sdp.io/link. We'll take a look at a couple of portfolios today, so that'll give us a chance to see how awesome Squarespace looks. We both use it for our portfolios.
Tony, how can people talk to us during the show that's live?
Well, one way would be to go on Twitter and tweet something to hashtag TCLive. Our producer, Justin, is furiously switching cameras over there. He'll look at Twitter
Justin.
and throw it up on the screen if he feels like it. You could also write a comment as long as you're watching the live show. Our screener, Siobhan, right here in the house,
Woo!
is looking at your comments and she will read them to us occasionally. And Siobhan, if you find something entertaining, you could like wave to us and be like, hey, I have something entertaining.
She hates waving.
Probably not worth it.
Yeah, probably. You guys. Today we're looking at
action
photos.
So you can go to northrop.photo/submit and submit your pictures.
action.
You know, action.
Stuff that,
Heard of it?
yeah.
Stuff that's actiony. Next week, we won't be here next week, but the week after that, we'll be doing a landscapes show.
Yeah. So we're off next week because we're in Peru. But next week, 2 weeks, landscapes, be gone for a week. You guys will get a chance to take some pictures. Here's a poll that I just didn't put up last week. Go to
Time-lapse
scp.io/poll25.
Is
I
that
just want
the
to find out.
question?
Yeah. Do people actually make time lapses? I've only recently gotten into time lapses, but it's fun. It takes a lot of patience.
It's
hard
fun.
work.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yes?
We have some stuff. Because we're going to
Machu Picchu.
Peru, to Machu Picchu, we needed a good backpack for a ton of gear. And, the last time we took one of these hiking trips, we wrecked like 5K in camera gear because we got caught in this flash thunderstorm.
Flood, really.
And the bodies were a 5D Mark III and a 5D Mark II, and they were water resistant and such. And we put them in a backpack, but the backpack itself was not water resistant enough. And in that heavy rain, it got soaked. So we went out, we ordered some new bags. We're trying some stuff out that we hope will hold up to severe weather a
I put my
little
bag
bit
in
better.
there too. Yours is a Langley whatever. We'll see. I like the way it looks. We'll see if it holds up. And mine is a Low Pro Flipside Sport.
Yeah, we actually reached out to our audience for some suggestions. So these came from your suggestions, and then we basically like looked through reviews and picked bags that weren't horribly ugly.
I wanted ones that didn't look like camera bags because I don't really want to get beat up for my camera stuff.
So there is a security factor there. But it's also like, it's fashion, right? It's nice to not look like a total dweeb.
I am a dweeb, so that's why it's important to me to look not dweeby.
Yeah, exactly. We have to compensate a little bit.
Mine has a little water thing that goes in the side with a little tube, so I can
Oh.
just drink. I'm going to put beer in there.
Okay, that's cool. I'll steal that too and just walk closely behind you. Yours has a tripod holder, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's something I messed up.
You can put yours in the bottom. There's a little...
Tripod. Oh, what?
I think you could...
Oh, strap it onto here.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What would you do without me?
Carry my tripod in my hand.
Okay, that was hurtful.
That would not be as good.
I'm going to drink now.
Okay. Siobhan, do we have any pictures in yet? We do have some pictures.
Yes.
Yay. You guys have submitted some pictures already, and Siobhan has sent them forward to me. So let's take a look at some action photos.
Looks like he's going to flatten that flower. See ya, flower.
So compositionally, right, the flowers feel a little bit weird there.
But I
Would be
like
easy to
the
call
line
out.
of the cones, and I like his pose.
Yeah.
I think that to show action, I would show some movement, a little longer shutter speed, and then you wouldn't freeze the action so much.
Yeah, you make a good point because
Don't I?
shutter speed's the most important factor here in action.
Mm-hmm.
And you always want to use the slowest shutter speed you can, just generally, where you don't ruin the picture. And this is at 1/1600th, and I bet you might have gotten a little more action at 1/500th.
Yeah.
You have to kind of experiment. So that's one of the first things I'll do is I'll just take some test shots of whatever the subject is at their speed and my focal length and see where I can get a nice pan going on if that's part of it, or where it shows just the right amount of movement. Because it's not all about sharpness.
It's not all about sharpness. Ooh,
Fantastic picture.
I want to draft that.
You want to, oh, Bill Peppes. You want to crop that, right?
Bill Peppes. He's 24/7 cool. Am I right, Justin?
I've never been to
Bill
one of
Peppes
these
is awesome.
I know.
rallies. I watch them all the time, and I just love it. It needs a crop, though, right?
I mean, if you want to do that to Bill, fine. Fine.
Great shot. I love the action of it, and
Cool,
I do
Bill.
think that there's some
Movement.
movement in there in the wheel.
Well,
I
the
can't really zoom
dust
in.
shows movement, and there's like rocks kicking up. This
Yeah,
was a good time.
great shot. You know what? Pick.
I like that. I wouldn't have thought of photographing a concert for this week, but there's like sweat flying or something. There's something in the air. It's a little movement.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the energy.
Okay.
I like
we'll
it.
allow it. Good shot.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
An eagle flying at
wow.
1/50th. So normally I suggest shooting this kind of thing at 1/2000th of a second, but this does
Yeah.
show the power
That is
of using a
cool.
slower shutter speed. And
Would you crop it?
maybe if you can. I don't know how much is left. Oh, what? 128 millimeters.
This eagle.
What is going on? This eagle's like right next to him. How did he even get? How did he get the head so sharp? Did he Photoshop on a different head? It doesn't look like it.
No.
That's a remarkable
That's
picture.
just amazing.
I like the
5
crop
stars
on
and a
that,
pick.
but
What?
just for the moment, how would he even choose to shoot that at 1/50th? Was that just an accident, you think, and it turned out to be just a happy accident?
I have no idea. It's
That's
great.
just remarkable. I can't believe the head is so sharp. Anyway, with wildlife especially, this is kind of the ideal where you show a little motion in the wings, because if you use a shutter speed that's too fast, you'll get more sharp pictures, but you just lose some of that energy. So 1/2000th is good for general use. If you go with a slower shutter speed, you'll start to show more emotion, more mood, but you'll get a lower percentage of sharp shots. So it's a trade-off. You have to take more pictures the slower you go. And usually, like with a bird like this, like 1/500th, you'd have to take 10, 15 pictures to get one that was sharp.
Do you think this was like he was out there forever doing this? Because you can see he was like panning like crazy. It looks like he was moving so fast to try to keep up with that eagle.
Yeah,
wonder
there
if he
is a
was
distinct pan in there.
Going for that look, or if he just was like taking pictures of something else and that flew by. Tell us, viewer. We have to know.
Yeah, remarkable shot.
They say no Photoshop, pure luck on the eagle.
Pure
Pure
luck.
luck.
All right.
Were
You
they,
get
were
5
they
stars and a
photo-
pick for
were
that's
they,
some crazy luck.
trying to get something else, or were they taking pictures of the eagle?
I don't know. Tell
Because
me,
that
Cameron
shutter
M.
speed, it's just who would have thought?
That's really remarkable.
Moving train.
Yeah. So the train's pulling into the station, or maybe the train's leaving, and that's a great way to capture a train. You can set up, you can put a tripod there. I don't think they needed a tripod here. But I feel like we need some other focal point, right? Maybe some people waiting. But the lines are powerful. It's also a little off tilt.
I like those cool colors.
We have some just powerful vertical and horizontal lines, so it gets to be a little distracting if they're not straightened out, at least to me.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like this. I think that I would brighten it up and go for a really, like, almost clinical Stark look.
Yeah, I like that too. And I feel like the tile on the floor and the ceiling is a really strong compositional element here. I might even, do something to make that pop a little bit.
Add a little clarity.
I thought about making it black and white, but I actually like the orange.
Yeah.
So the symmetry here really works, and without the action, without the motion, it would be such a boring picture. It'd just be a
Yeah.
picture of a train, but that adds a lot to it. Great shot.
Very cool. Kaya Wolf, way to go.
Yeah, another good action shot. And here, Kyle is below the jumper, which makes them seem much higher. So sometimes you'll see these shots and somebody will be up higher than the person, and they might be making a 4-foot jump, but you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, you want them to break that horizon line, especially.
Right. That line of the horizon is so important to this. And that requires planning too, because obviously when Kyle set up the shot, the person was not in this particular position. They were down
Yeah.
on the ground. So you have to think, where are they going to be when they're up in the air? How tall are they going to be? And set up your camera so that you're not cropping them out. And make sure that they're grounded, that you can see below them. So great shot, Kyle.
Whoa. Somebody's been doing cool Canadian things.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. We can see the shadow of the 4th airplane there.
They're in that. They're one of these fellas. Or ladies.
Yeah, they're in that 4th airplane.
Yeah.
And I am so jealous because I've just always wanted to do that. These look like little trainer airplanes. I'm guessing that because the cockpit looks like it was stretched out a little more than they would normally have used, so that they could fit a second passenger in there.
Oh, showing off your plane knowledge.
I have always wanted to go on a ride along like that. That seems so cool, right? Anyway, 1/640th of a second was enough to allow the ground to get a little bit blurred there and add some action
It
to
looks
it.
great. I like it.
So the secret here is he somehow got into that other airplane, and that's not easy.
No.
Yeah, I know all about camera settings, but I haven't been in that airplane, so I do not have a shot like that. This guy worked his relationships, or he donated some money to the prime minister. I don't know how he got in that airplane, but he did it, and that's often the secret to getting
Maybe
a
he
great
snuck
shot.
on him.
Just being there. Maybe
could
he's just
ask
a
him.
stowaway. Like maybe he's holding on to one of these.
Yeah, are you a stowaway?
Yeah.
We don't know. Well, there's action here, but I don't know what's going on. Are they playing cricket?
Maybe he's dancing.
No.
Is he about to lay the smackdown?
There's a ball. And there's is
A
it
butt?
wiffle ball? There's a butt. Well, I was looking at the butt as well, but there's like different kinds of gloves.
And what's that guy doing?
Judging.
Yeah.
Just judging. Okay, well, there's not really a clear story here from you, but they definitely got action, so good for that.
But storytelling is such an important part of it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't tell what the story was. So it's
Look
just
at this
something you have to
story.
think about. Yeah, Goose Wars.
Goose Wars. This is from Finn. He told me he'd be submitting Goose Wars. Look at this angry goose. Cool. I like it.
Yeah, but with wildlife shots, you really got to have some action in there. It can be very boring. And the
Yeah.
wings splashing up that water makes it so much more interesting than it would have been otherwise. So, yeah, great catch. Everything's sharp and in focus. Good shutter speed there.
Oh my gosh.
He's really cute.
I love that.
So this follows like all the rules we've already talked about. There's not a lot of motion, but it doesn't really need it. But he's breaking the line of the horizon, which makes
Yeah.
him seem higher. And that key piece of storytelling is that ball. If you take out that ball, if they just had missed it in the shot, then the photo becomes just
Hilarious.
you just have no idea what's going on. Anyway, that last shot where we were complaining we didn't know what was going on, it just was missing that piece of the
I
storytelling.
think people should Photoshop this picture and submit different elements that would tell a different picture.
Yeah,
tell a
maybe
different story.
Photoshop Fred Astaire in, or I don't know, an explosion maybe.
Yeah.
What would you Photoshop in?
I was actually thinking someone dancing too,
Uh-huh.
but I like the explosion idea. Like he's an action hero dog.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Look at his cute little feet.
Yeah, I'd like to see an explosion, and maybe he's got one of those like Rambo guns.
That would be good.
Wow. So a lot of height on this one. Could this be a single shot? Yeah, it looks like a single shot to me.
These guys are just those types of guys, you know?
Yeah. Awesome. Great positioning. You're looking up. It certainly conveys height. He looks insanely high up there.
Yeah.
That's a great shot. 1/2500th, I think maybe you could have gone a little bit slower. Again, you want to experiment. You want to see just how slow you can go and get away with it, because any little bit of motion in there, if we can see the spokes turning a little bit,
That'd be cool.
yeah, it would just add a little more motion to it.
Ooh, I like this one. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, that is interesting. The color in there. It's hard to call it action, but it's definitely motion. And the slower shutter speed here, 1.3 seconds, helps to convey it.
I love this line from here to here. It's like leading you back.
Yeah,
It's nice.
I feel weird about the black section at the bottom, just compositionally. I almost wonder if more of it could be cropped out. Maybe you could crop it to square.
I like it.
But shutter speed is just one of those things you just always have to think about, because a fast shutter speed here might have captured the intensity of the waves, more action to it, but it wouldn't have had the feathery look to it.
Dangerous.
Yeah, hippos, which are rude animals, are also vicious. I think they kill more people than any other animal.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
They will also use their own defecation, like passive aggressively.
What do you mean passive aggressively?
Maybe it's just flat out aggressive.
Yeah.
I just mean sometimes they're like, oh, I just happen to be near you and I have to poop. That's why I feel like it's passive aggressive. Like they're never like, get out of my area, but they will just like shit right at you sometimes.
I feel like that's what they're saying. I think that they're like,
Yeah, I
feel
guess
the
they're pretty
wrath of my
direct
shit.
about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's passive at all.
Maybe I'm giving them more credit than they deserve.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Whoa. We need to hang out with this guy. We need to Photoshop him in with the dog. Clearly.
You know, the subject here is his relationship with that spinny deal, the frisbee thing, and maybe some cropping would help make that more clear, because what do you think?
No, because then I'm like, whoa, what's the story with his leg? I think the story is his leg.
What? You don't know what's going on with his leg when I crop it? I feel like I know what's going on with his leg. But you don't get to see this really. There's not a lot of contrast there. Maybe some post-processing could help bring that out a little bit more in the full picture. You just like his leg in there, huh?
Yeah, you could do it vertical. You can make it a...
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. You're off your game today, Northrop. And now we know the whole story. This man's amazing, and he's playing with that frisbee thing.
Burn that frisbee thing a little. Make it pop. Add some contrast to it.
This is a little...
This is right before this guy's camera gets wrecked.
Oh. He's happy.
Yeah, I've definitely had this happen. You'll be trying to capture some waves, and then a big wave comes along. And you're like, "Tee, I just ruined $5,000 in cameras." That's a cool shot. Whoever took this picture is in a great position. I like that shot a lot. It's an interesting story, especially to photographers.
I might work in black and white. I think I like it better in black and white.
Really, I think color on this one, because I like it that it feels very candid.
Okay.
It's not an artistic shot.
Oh. There's not much motion here, though. We kind of froze the motion.
Yeah, if the guy's moving at all, it doesn't convey.
But I do like the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have
That's
the
a very cool
metadata on
picture.
this, but slower shutter speed would show some motion in the club and convey so much more. He looks completely still here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just loses all the action.
Oh, man. I want to take up yoga, but I'm afraid I'll start doing handstands everywhere. I noticed that's a side effect.
Yeah.
You notice that, Siobhan?
Yeah.
You just start doing splits on stuff.
Uh,
You can't even help it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a beautiful picture, though.
it is. I think compositionally it would work better for me if we could see more of the top of the mountains.
Mm.
So I don't know. Sometimes you just can't get any lower, but if, like Erica would say, get on your belly, get lower to the ground, and that would move the subject up higher, move the horizon down lower, add more depth to it. All right, this is an action shot, and I'm interested in this one too, because how did the photographer position himself there? How hard
It's
must
a
that have
shark.
been? Oh, famous shark photographer,
Mhm.
Shark Count. That's a fantastic shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot. 5 stars. And a pick.
Oh, it was labeled Hero 3 Silver, so maybe they took it with a GoPro.
This is like when you're walking home after drinking too much.
Yeah, this photo is all mood, I think. It does have an interesting mood.
It's interesting.
Yeah, and parts of it feel less deliberate. Almost like camera shake. Like some of these lines in there just look like the camera wasn't
Yeah.
held still.
It's interesting though. I like it. Ooh. This is tough.
Yeah, I'm almost feeling like it would work better if it were tighter. If we just saw a smaller section of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, even as you've just
So
zoomed in
many.
here, I feel like those two red-winged blackbirds are the focal point and the most interesting part of the picture. And we don't need to see the sheer numbers of birds to have that conveyed. You can cut out a small section like that and let the birds flow off the edges, and your brain will fill in that there's a large number of birds. But at the same time, you're able to see more of the details. So I think just a tighter
It's a
zoom here
fun
might
one to
convey
zoom
it.
in on. There's so much going on.
Yeah, there is a great deal of detail in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all we imported. Well, let's head back and we can import some more in a second. Chelsea, I don't know anything about this, do you?
Well, Justin told me about this. This is the Olympus Air, and it's a camera that has interchangeable lenses, and then it uses your smartphone as its interface. So this is the actual camera. And if I go back here, you can see this is the camera with a lens. Oops. With your smartphone on the back. So it's interesting. It's got 16 megapixels, and it's like $300.
This solves a lot of the problems that I've been complaining about with modern cameras, in that the most important thing is getting it onto Instagram. What you got, Justin?
I was just going to say, I didn't hear if she said micro four thirds lenses. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah, micro four thirds lenses.
Yeah, so just like your GH4 or your EM10,
Yeah.
and they have just a ton of lenses and some really high quality
And it has
lenses
video too, 1080p.
They've had these before, and they've worked awfully. So often the connection between the phone and the lens itself isn't good.
Very good.
So it's all about how well it actually connects. So I guess we'll have to, I don't know.
To me,
check
my
it out.
complaint about it is that it looks so clumsy to have to hold your phone in your lens, but I guess you'd have to try it to know.
Yeah.
Photography stuff at Northrop.photo. That's our site.
Yeah, we sell stuff.
You can use the coupon code YouTube.
Yeah, we have lots of books. I don't know. Go to,
Actually, we have a sale right now. I put this in here.
okay. Get all 3 of our books, 30% off.
Yeah, the book lover package, 30% off. That's
If you go to
not bad.
Northwood.photo, you'll see the ad there.
Chit chat. I
chit-chat.
love this part of the show. This is the part of the show where we read your comments, and then I don't know. We don't really do anything useful with them,
No,
but we enjoy it.
this is your best out from the week.
The Whiz. It was strange to hear you say you're shitting on my dreams, but good video. Respect.
If you didn't see it, we published a video about the A7R2, and so many people, they're very passionate folk. And like anybody who's rooting for their home team, they don't really like it when the home team loses on something. So we knew when we found minor flaws with the camera, very minor flaws, that some people would flip out. And at the end of the video, we put an outtake of the video where you just said, "This is Tony and Chelsea shitting on your dreams."
Yeah.
Just because in our heads, we already knew people were going to be upset about some things.
Well, we were just joking in the studio.
Yeah, we were joking.
I didn't even know it would make it in the video, but I was just joking with you and Justin because I told you guys no matter what we said, so many people would say that we were DSLR freaks, blah, blah, blah. So it was actually an inside joke, but people like the dream shit on so much that so many comments. Not enough Chelsea shitting on my dreams.
I have plenty of Chelsea shitting on my dreams.
Thanks for shitting on my dreams. And even Matt Granger chimed in and said, great video. Thanks for shitting on my dreams. People love it. LOL, shitting on your dreams. People like that.
My favorite part is it's almost like you have to think of the show Perfect Strangers with Balky. Remember how he would always misinterpret English idioms, English euphemisms? So you have to think of it as an English as a second language person who would take the term very literally, who might not be familiar with the meaning of the term shitting on your dreams. And they would have to try to imagine physically what was going on. It would just put a terrible and confusing image in their head. So
I like that.
yeah, Sorry, English as a second language people for
one-
doing that to you.
This comment we just needed help with.
Yeah, if somebody could just explain, it seems almost poetic.
Oh no,
It's
it
got
does
multiple
not
lines
move
and a
me,
structure.
even though I've seen the movie. I don't want to check your pulse. I don't want nobody else. I don't want to go to Chelsea.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It's a song.
Is it?
Is it really?
It's Elvis Costello.
Oh, this is-
Oh,
oh.
I actually thought it might be a song, and I was
Yes.
like, what does it mean?
I adore him.
But what
She
does it
solved
mean
it.
then?
It's a real song. I
Oh, all right.
Those are the words.
I guess part of it's just out of context. It still doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't want to go to Chelsea. I almost Googled that because I was like, I feel like that's a song, and I should have. You solved the mystery. Oh no, it does not move me, even though I've seen the movie. We were like, seen the movie? Maybe they mean they watched our video. What are they talking about? This is a long story you posted.
Yeah, we could tighten this up a little bit. It's just a wildlife photographer, and he was recounting that as a kid, all these photographers are gathered around a group of spoonbills with their big lenses, and everybody's like hidden behind reeds. And then as a little kid, he just decides to just run through everything and chase them off.
He clapped his hands so they all flew away. And
It's
all
because he thought it would be funny, and now he's a wildlife photographer, and he's experiencing that same jerky kid ruining stuff for him. I think
Yeah.
I just thought it was ironic because every wildlife photographer's had a kid chase off their birds
yeah,
or their other animals.
that does happen.
Goes around.
I like this one. Skaterwig missed the show last week because he was skateboarding. And Justin was like, you're really living up to your name. That made me laugh when I saw that. Squarespace. Squarespace. Okay, exciting. They're our sponsor. And they make great websites that you might like. Tony, can we look at some Squarespace portfolios?
Yeah. Hey,
What?
Hi Tran. I'm sure it's a common name, but I went to a high school with a guy named Hi Tran. So we'll look at his first. That's not Hi.
Yes, it is. It's just not yours.
That's true. That's a Hi Tran. Okay, so this is a Squarespace hosted site. Look at the pretty design.
I like his logo.
Squarespace has a logo maker, right?
Yeah.
So
I
if
don't
you
know
don't
if he
have a
made
logo,
it.
they can make it pretty easy.
I don't know if he did that there, but I do like that one.
What do you feel like? Senior portraits? That's
Sure.
topical.
Oh, these are really beautiful. Wow. Some tips.
Yeah, those are great shots. I like the kind of candid look there. You can see he picked a nice backdrop with the bridge. I imagine to local people, they'll probably be familiar with that location. The lighting on these is all beautiful. I feel like this one feels a little processed.
Okay. Wow, these are excellent.
I like this one with
I
the
like that a lot. Yeah.
corrugated
It's
metal or whatever it is.
masculine.
Yeah, it definitely is.
These are really good looking seniors. Are these paid? Are they paid for this? They're just models posing as seniors.
I almost said you might avoid redundancy with the pictures, but he's got a good variety, and a lot of them are just showing like
Different
straight
poses,
headshot and then
yeah.
a side shot of the same person. So I think because there's kind of a repeating pattern there, it works really well.
He
I
gets
love this
really good
candid kind of
expressions.
outtake.
Yeah,
These are just great senior portraits.
those are excellent. Those are some of the best I've seen.
Okay, maybe there should be a little bit of pruning.
I liked everyone. How can you prune?
Every single one?
Look at Children of the Corn. I would leave them. I like them.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Wait, who's Aubrey?
That's Aubrey. I don't know why it said Hi Tran. Maybe I opened the wrong website.
Yeah, I think you did. Okay.
Sorry, Hi. So he's got his prices right there.
Oh, sorry.
What's he charge for senior portraits? Okay, $150. That's a pretty good price,
Yeah, that's
especially
great.
for 20 to 30 pictures edited.
Holy
20 to 30 edited
wow.
pictures. That seems like a lot. I would
Ooh.
think
It's
like 3
hours and
pictures.
hours, yeah.
Yeah.
And he gives you the digital images, which is really nice. And $2,000 for a wedding is a pretty good price
Yeah,
too.
very
So
reasonable.
good prices. He seems to have really professional work.
Wow, editorial.
Yeah, so kind of environmental portraits going on here,
These are excellent.
telling a story. Yeah, these would be perfect for somebody's website.
These are
Actually,
like
these look like stock
photos.
pictures. Yeah, they definitely look like stock photos, and I definitely think they would work. The backgrounds in some of these would be a little cluttered for stock, but overall they're great pictures.
Wow.
Okay, I'm struggling to come up with any constructive criticism for Aubrey.
I would maybe pare this section down a little bit.
Okay.
Just
So-
you have a lot of these dancing kids and
Yeah, if you go to scp.io/portfolio checklist, you'll see that one of the things we recommend, we have a lot of things in that link,
yeah.
but keep it to 10 or 15 pictures. And sometimes we'll make exceptions, but very, very rarely. Most people put far too many pictures in.
These are gorgeous. I want Aubrey to take my picture.
Yeah, he's getting some great background blur out of these pictures. Feels really natural, and technically these are great. That's interesting. I like the work with the mirrors. That's really
Yeah,
nice.
that's very cool. Different. Sorry about that. Product photography.
Well, if our job is to provide him useful feedback to use to improve his portfolio, we've kind of failed, but I feel like everything is coming together really great. This seems like a really good portfolio in general.
Yeah, he's an excellent photographer.
Maybe you
I
could
love
narrow
his
down to
style.
one of those water drop pictures. I just want to provide some constructive criticism.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks great,
There's
though.
a few redundant things, but overall his pictures are great. Like here, like this Goya one, I'd get rid of that and just keep the Izzy because it's so much better. I guess they're different styles, but the iPhone pictures, I'd probably just keep one.
Yeah, you could probably just pick one.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
just pare it down a
excellent. And
little
how'd
bit,
you get
maybe
all
in
those?
general.
How'd you get so many of these? Think that it's photoshopped like that?
It doesn't look Photoshopped to me. If it's Photoshopped, then you did a great job. I did click the wrong link. Aubrey says, love the easy to use tools and the ability to view metrics on the fly. Highly recommended and fun.
So that was Aubrey Kingston.
If you want an awesome website like Aubrey, first work hard and take good pictures, but then make sure you present those pictures well, and Squarespace is the best way to do it. You can get your own Squarespace website by following this link at squarespace.com/Tony. And then after your 14-day free trial, you can sign up permanently for 10% off using the coupon code PHOTONEWS. What do they start at? Like $8.99 a month, I think.
$8 or $9 a month.
Something like that, yeah. And every site includes a store
Yeah.
of varying levels. They have different levels of websites, but the basic level
Yeah,
will
the
pretty
one
much
that's
get your
$8.99
portfolio
a month,
done.
you get like one item in your store.
Yeah.
I don't remember the answer.
It's a good way to take a deposit from a client, for example, or accept some kind of
Yeah.
payment. The store works great. It automatically wires you up through a service called Stripe or Swipe.
Stripe, I think.
Stripe.
Yeah.
And it just ends up, the deposit goes right into your account because we use it for something.
I like Stripe actually.
Yeah.
We usually do most of our stores at Northrop.photo, but then when I get a t-shirt order, sometimes people order t-shirts from my ChelseaNorthrop.com site. So it'll send you the order confirmation, and then once you ship it, you can send them the confirmation and the tracking information really easily. It's very easy to use.
Yeah, so they make the store really easy to set up,
Yeah.
and they make it really easy to accept credit card payments. You don't have to get a business account, for example, which could be a
Yeah.
real pain. The fees are actually lower than PayPal for smaller volumes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for smaller volumes. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So that's all at Squarespace. Let's take a look at another portfolio because I feel bad about Hai Tran
Yeah, let's
because
go.
I meant to
let's
look at
do
his
this.
portfolio and I totally blew it.
You blew
He
it.
said he was amazed that you went to school with someone with the same name as him and that you pronounced it correctly.
Oh, well, I went to school in Pflugerville, Texas, which oddly had a massive Vietnamese population.
Really?
So.
It's also not a difficult name. Like, it's spelled the way it sounds. I would think. I don't know how else you would pronounce that.
So poor Hai is online there, and we were just talking about him, but looking at somebody else's
yes,
website.
he was like, that's not Hai Tran's portfolio.
But I take it he did not go to school in Pflugerville, Texas.
I imagine not.
Yeah, he looks too young. Beautiful cover photo. It does really draw you in. So we have an automatic slideshow here, and I can't say I'm a huge fan of the automatic slideshow because everybody likes to drive. You know, you like to be able to just click through really quickly. But all
These
these
are nice
pictures look really
though. My
nice.
first impression is that the pictures look good.
Let's see what it costs. Okay, so a standard session, $350 Scene Reports is $250. I think Aubrey was charging $200. So
Aubrey was undercharging.
yeah, especially for so many
Yeah.
edited pictures. Yeah, Hi doesn't say how many pictures he'll actually edit. Good. I would love to see a picture of you there, though I guess you have a picture on your About page. And also, there's no links here to get back to the main site. So I want to be able to jump to your contact page and then go look at the portfolio without having to hit the back button. So just something to think about. Ooh, people. All right, so a really nice layout here. Just
I do
allows you
not
to
like
scroll
the
through.
staggered layout. I never like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. And part of the problem is, in this particular layout, vertical pictures end up so much larger than horizontal pictures.
Yeah.
And some of these vertical pictures need a bigger, more room. Like this picture in the upper right. I think it might be a great picture, but because it's so small, it is a detailed picture that needs a bigger space, and you don't really get that control.
It just feels cluttered to me. And
Yeah.
I end up not seeing things like, whoa, this guy's swinging from the chandelier literally? That's crazy.
Yeah, but I think the way you typically consume it, it's a good shot. I think the way you typically consume it would be to just scroll quickly.
Yeah. It
And you
makes
would
me-
kind of take it in mass,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't end up appreciating any individual picture. So it's subjective. You get to choose from lots of different templates on Squarespace. So you can choose from lots of different arrangements, and it's nice. Not everybody's looks the same. But yeah, this just doesn't happen to be our favorite for this type
So
of work.
this category is people?
Oh, see, I did not even know there were people in that
Yeah.
picture. If it were shown full screen, it would have been obvious
How
to
about
me.
this one? That has people in it? Oh, that is a person. Okay.
It's actually a little scary because it looks like the headlight of a train is coming at him, right?
Yeah, that's very scary.
This last weekend, I guess we were at
What is
Watkins
happening here?
Glen, and
Is he kidnapping this baby?
I don't know what the story there is.
Oh, they're putting someone in a trunk.
Are they wearing
The
a
trunk is
Richard
open.
Nixon mask?
So we're getting a lot more as we explore these pictures full screen. I don't know. This might be Exhibit A in some kind of case from maybe the 50s. I don't know what's going on here. It's like a scene from Fargo.
I'm scared.
Oh, so okay, see, there's this little menu up here. Okay,
Man-made?
let's check out wildlife and nature.
Ooh, whoa.
What do you
Hey,
wanna see?
whoa, hey. Taking over.
Those black and white shots need more contrast.
Wait, what is
Look
this
at the histogram.
pink thing?
Weird lens flare.
Yeah, but that's not real.
Some sort of rainbow thing? I don't think it's photoshopped in.
Might be rainbow.
I think
yeah.
it's
I think
fake.
it's-
Oh, yeah, I think it totally is.
It's water droplets.
Justin, what do you think?
I think it's definitely photoshopped.
I do too.
Tell us.
Tell
Tell us
us.
hi.
Debate. A healthy
That's not photoshopped.
debate. You don't think it's photoshopped?
But hi, you gotta, on those black and white shots, you've converted them without adjusting the contrast. You gotta have
Whoa.
white spots in there. Make
I
sure
like
it's
this
nice and bright.
creepy one.
Yeah. That has a really good mood
Different.
Oh.
to it. No, koalas are adorable, aren't they?
Well, I was
Oh
looking
my
at the
God.
fox above it, but that's cute too. Oh, it's the Bates Motel at Universal Studios.
Oh, that explains so much. No wonder we were just all creeped out by it.
That's very scary. Okay. Nice. I would take some of these out. I would take out this one. Or
Yeah.
add some whites to it. See how it's so like muddy?
Oh.
You need
what
white,
I was
you
saying.
need black. Is that where you're going to go with this? You were going to say that?
I've said that a couple of times and you weren't paying attention to me.
I don't listen to you. We're married. This is how it works. You don't listen to me. I don't listen
Hi
to you.
says Squarespace is significantly easier to make portfolios with than other sites, and it allows much more customization. Hi from Pflugerville, class of '92 forever. No,
That's
he
not
didn't say
true.
that. If you want your own,
You really want your Pflugerville peeps. You know what? You should rehook
I was
up
so
with,
excited.
Lance Armstrong. You should get our viewers to hook you up with your childhood friend.
That's true.
What?
I was friends with Lance Armstrong when we were kids. Because he was a BBS nerd like me. Anyway, if you want your own Squarespace portfolio, squarespace.com/Tony, coupon code PHOTONEWS.
Just going to fly
Oh.
past my coupon.
Well, we talked about your coupon. You want more coupon stuff?
No.
Okay. Let's look at a poll.
poll.
Siobhan, anybody being cool?
Oh yeah, well, Hi said that he does not even own Photoshop. And Julian said that the pink thing is caused by cheap ND filters. He had the same purple flare. It happens if light goes through the viewfinder from behind.
Oh.
Through the viewfinder.
So there's light behind him.
I don't know.
Weird.
But I don't know how that relates to the ND filter.
That's true, because then it wouldn't be passing through the ND filter. I don't know. It looked Photoshopped to me.
It's not photoshopped. But it's
You said
definitely
it
weird.
No, I know. I'm saying it looked weird. Okay, so regularly people do time lapses. 2 people. Yeah, just once or twice.
Yeah, not our most popular poll.
No, I've never tried them. People didn't care. They were like,
No,
step
who
up your
cares?
poll game, Northrop.
It's off topic. It was left over from last week. Most people haven't tried.
What?
Tried time lapses. What else you got, Siobhan? I'll
I've got
import some more
quite a
pictures.
few.
Siobhan, hook us up. Come on.
Oh, way back with that eagle picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He said that he'd been shooting snapshots on a tour boat and they started throwing fish to the eagles, and that's when he got it.
Did I call it?
Did you?
Yes, I
I was
said he was
almost there.
taking pictures of something else and then got the eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Question.
Man, there's a place where you can just throw fish to eagles?
We could probably do that here.
Sure. I was watching videos today of people fishing and sharks jumping out of the water and taking their fish. That was pretty awesome.
No.
Wow. That's a
Was it
thing,
the
huh?
great whites
There
that
were
jumping?
multiple videos of this happening.
That's cool.
Question: How do you keep your lenses warm during night photo sessions, like time lapses?
I snuggle it.
You don't
What do you do?
You don't need to.
I curl up next to it.
Whisper in its ear and give it
Sweet
little
nothings.
compliments.
You
Wait,
can
you
buy
don't-
cozies. You can buy something to put on your lens.
But I don't think you want them to be warm. You want them to be the
same
temperature of the
temperature.
outside air.
Yeah.
In fact, you gotta kind of let them cool down gradually, like put them in your trunk.
So it would.
But either way, you're gonna get dew because
Get-
the temperature changes.
Yeah, it would get like foggy if you went from your hot house to a cold outdoors.
Yeah. But yeah, even if you do that, if you're out there taking night pictures and the temperature drops, which it probably will, you're gonna get dew on the front of that lens, and you just kind of have
What do
to.
you do?
You
about
just,
that?
You wipe it every now and then, but that's a pain because when you wipe the lens, it moves the camera a little bit. So then later you have to go back and align the pictures, which is a real pain and computationally intensive.
Computationally intensive.
And if you don't wipe it frequently enough, then you end up with a whole bunch of pictures where everything gets blurry. It's
I
a
think
pain.
that's what their question is.
Yeah, maybe somebody else has an answer, but I haven't found one. If somebody else has a suggestion on how to deal with that, I'm open to it. And yeah, we know, let it acclimate, but as the temperature is dropping,
Look at
We've
Twitter
heard
down here.
hand warmer in a sock wrapped around the lens. Wrap them in woolen socks.
Yeah, see?
what? This helps what? Prevent
Yeah,
condensation?
they have
If the
told you
lens
they
is
have
hot,
things-
it won't get dew.
See?
There you go. Hot socks.
Did you know this or something? Why
That's
are you
what I
acting
told you.
like
They had a sock for the lenses for that.
you heat up your lens?
I just snuggle mine, but you know what? I'm a real budget kind of photographer.
Okay, I did not know about this, but
Siobhan.
I've lived the life. I've
And
suffered.
there are battery
So I need to
powered
look into
lens
it.
warmers.
You've brought shame to our family, Tony.
Okay, ask another question, and I'm gonna look into lens warmers.
Okay. Gear questions, guys.
Yeah, but we have a whole buying guide.
I know. Your questions are boring. There's a whole book and infinite free videos that Tony of Chelsea have made that if they've tried these things, they would have made a
Oh,
video about
actually,
it.
you can just go to
gonna save them.
northrop.photo and we have a bunch of free information about
That's
gear.
true. I'll save those for the end in case we run out of anything.
Look, you can get the
interesting.
lens muff.
That word shouldn't be used anymore.
I don't understand why. It seems like
Cozy.
Cozy.
Lens cozy or
Anyway, the
cozy
lens
if you're
muff
one of those weirdos.
is a great way to
Cozy.
prevent condensation on your lenses.
What?
The lens muff.
Okay.
Stop saying muff.
I gotta
I
try this out. I didn't know these existed. I didn't know that would solve the problem. I thought you needed the opposite. I thought you had to cool it down. What else did you have, Siobhan?
Got more. I liked this recent question. How do you find inspiration to shoot?
I don't wait for it. Just go out and then it will find you. Just start shooting and something will come to you. And sometimes like a crappy picture will inspire a better one. So I'll go out shooting and I'll be like, I liked what just happened there. I'm going to recreate it, but do it better. That's what I do.
Yeah, so there are lots of ways to find inspiration. You can find shots that you like and let them inspire you. You don't have to copy them
Oh,
directly,
you know what
but
I
you can
don't like,
find what you
though?
love the
I
most.
don't like when people do those. It ends up like hundreds of pictures the same on the internet because people see like a person like this with eyes photoshopped, and then every single person does that.
Yeah.
Ugh, gag me. So boring. So tacky.
You're not helping this person find inspiration.
Yes,
though.
I am. This is what I'm telling you. Go out and just take pictures. Take pictures of anything. Take pictures of stupid things. Take a picture of a spoon. Take pictures of whatever you can find, and inspiration will come as you do the work. You can't sit there and think, I'm going to think of something good, and then I'm going to take a picture. Just take pictures. It will trigger inspiration. Same with songwriting. Justin knows.
I know.
See?
He's laughing at the comments.
Yeah, comments are crazy.
Oh no, what's happening? Tell me.
Someone asked if the word muffin creamed me out, and I said, cream you out does.
Ew.
Justin
I've
said that
never
is
heard
way
that
worse.
phrase before.
Is way worse than
This is like something a chef would say.
I hate all of it.
at best. All right, guys, I have more
Anything
more
else?
questions if you want them.
Well,
for
let's look at some pictures.
All right. That's what the people want.
People are creeping me out.
Not creep.
Cool
Creep.
dogs. Dogs, when they play, when you take a snapshot, it always looks like there's some vicious sort of like.
Oh my gosh, this
Purebred
dog
puppy war
could not
going
look
on.
vicious. Look at how cute it is. It's like a teddy bear with teeth.
They're pretty cute. We got the perfect amount of pan going on here. See, the slower shutter speeds capture so much more. If this was shot at 1/1500th, it wouldn't be nearly as compelling. I do feel like we could crop this down.
Ooh.
Gorgeous shot, very busy. And I actually feel like this is one of those cases where a slower shutter speed would help a lot. But they did something important in that they kept the ground in there, because if somebody's jumping in the air, you definitely need the ground captured in there. Beautiful horse.
I know. I was just thinking
Look at his
this horse
fancy
is-
hair. His horse has better hair than me.
I was thinking the same thing. This horse is way better cared for than I am.
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah,
start
but
jumping
after
over
they've
things.
used up their usefulness,
Then
put
they
out-
just
put
get
out to
used as a
pasture.
stud. Get to make babies.
It sounds like quite the life.
You jump over sticks and then you make tons of babies.
All
Sign
right,
me up,
fair
guys.
enough.
Sign me up. People braid your hair.
brush you a lot.
This has the right amount of motion in it. You can see those wheels spinning. You can see some.
Ooh, do you see the wheels? They're puckering.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's just like so much torque from the wheels actually
Torque.
spinning faster than the tire itself.
Torque, man. Am I right?
That's awesome. I didn't actually notice that.
I noticed.
Take a little bit of issue with the composition. I wish the whole thing were balanced
Is it
better.
violating the rule of space?
It is, and it's just bugging me a little bit. I wish there was some more space in front of it.
He bugging out.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
this
panning
is like a
night shot. I've never seen
PSA
anything
for
quite
like
like
not
this.
going in the park at night.
Yeah, some
Bring a
guy's gonna
buddy.
like jump out at her.
Bring a buddy. All right, let's
That's a
move.
cool picture.
I like the movement. Oh, what happened? This poor person in the back.
Yeah, I think she knows she's about to trip over that person. Anyway, very cool shot.
Yeah,
Great
I like it.
storytelling. I love all the ice being kicked up. We've talked about this, but we need the ground in there.
Oh,
Don't you feel like you just lose a
ground?
sense for how high they're actually in
I don't
the
know.
air?
They could be 100 feet. They could be 300 feet. How do we know?
It's somewhere in there, certainly
Somewhere.
between 100 and 300 feet, but we don't know
Somewhere,
where.
but it matters. Look at these. This isn't really Erland. It implies that action is going to happen, but I'm not seeing like the movement.
Yeah, I deleted it the first time they submitted, and then they submitted it 2 more times, so I let it go through.
That's a good example of negative reinforcement, Siobhan.
Were you like,
Your system was supposed to stop them from submitting more than once.
Oh, man. You're right.
uh-oh.
It's the system.
If
What's
people
this?
don't see their pictures go through, they just keep submitting.
Great. Tiny action.
I don't like it. I don't like tiny stuff. I
Okay.
am tiny,
Moving
so I
on.
take offense to it.
Here's some pretty
This is
tiny
action.
boxers.
How do you know they're tiny?
They seem small. Look, this looks like an 8-year-old kid in the back. The one getting like saliva and sweat splashed on him.
Yeah, that looks cool. I like this. Is that blood? Oh my gosh.
Probably. I wish we could see more of their legs. So I actually wish it were a little bit wider angled, but it's a good
There is
moment there. There's
action.
a lot of intensity to it. I love the sweat
Oh
splashing
my
everywhere.
gosh, look.
More
See
violence
that?
today. Or
Boxing.
or it could be levitating kangaroo.
I think he's being abducted.
this guy's levitating. That
He's like,
guy's
"Oh,
like
no.
WTF.
The UFO's taking you. And he's like, tell my mom I love her.
More kangaroo voice.
That's how they talk.
I just want to keep looking at that picture. I don't know why. I just love it. Kangaroos are hilarious because they have this like human body kind
They're
of.
terrifying. See these strong arms and
What?
legs? They'll rip you apart and punch you to death. Their tail.
What
does
happened to you
this.
as a child?
They're one of those like when you're a kid, you think chimps are cute, and then they find out when they attack someone, they just go for your hands and they try to rip off your jaw and your genitals, and then you're like, whoa, no amount of cute can make up for that
Coco,
personality.
no.
Coco.
Wow.
This is like for a badass Olin Mills.
Ooh.
Why is that cracking you up?
I maybe because I was still thinking about kangaroos. I don't know. Maybe it's not appropriate that I laugh at this picture.
I'm gonna leave you hanging.
No, yeah. What are your feelings on this?
Intense. The only thing I don't like is this hand here. I know, like, you took the picture and it's normal. Like, obviously, would be a hand there, but then it looks so weird.
That's true. It does look crazy.
It's just like throat hand. Unless you have, if
You
that's
feel like maybe his hand should be more purposeful, like he should be given a thumbs up, or
no, that
you
would
should
be
have a
real
gun
weird.
in
If he was
it,
all
maybe.
intense and then
If
had
you
a,
could see the end of the stick,
stick.
under his hand,
yeah.
that would explain it.
Otherwise, I think I'd just Photoshop it out.
Yeah, well, let's see. Maybe some's hidden in the shadows there. Yeah. So if you brought out the shadows some here, and we could just see more of the
you'd see
stick,
Still a little
that
weird.
starts to make more sense.
Throat hand. I hate that. I hate that when I have a picture and it's awesome. Like this picture is otherwise great. The lighting and the intensity, and then throat hand. I've had pictures like that where there's just something you don't see because you've looked at it too long. But yeah, it's cool.
But I still think it'd be good to have him put a gun in his
I
bar
actually
hand.
think it would also be better. You want a gun? I think this is just like enough. That I like. Like all the other stuff to the right is just like.
Yeah, the double exposure thing felt a little Olin Mills to me.
I think
You know how
it's
they
two
used to
separate pictures.
Airbrush the.
Because this is cool too. But
Yeah,
let's
it's definitely two pictures.
Yeah. But I like it. Good job. Cars.
Oh,
Our
Nissan.
viewers like cars. Good action.
Yeah, great action
Smoking
shot.
wheels, torque.
What happened to
Babes.
his rear bumper? The guy made a mistake at some point.
Maybe someone else made a mistake.
Yeah. But great shot, great spin on the wheels, nicely done.
I like it in black and white.
Yeah,
you wanna know why?
It works, but
Because, like, now I'm focusing on the form of the car and the wheels and the smoke. And here it's just like, I know it's the job, that's their job, but the advertisements are just taking over. Let's go. Whoa, this guy does yoga.
we got to see his hand, right?
You gotta see his hand. We don't know
Yeah.
where it is. It could be, I don't know. It could be somewhere inappropriate for all we know.
They didn't plan well. The photographer, they're shooting with a 50mm lens, so they weren't able to zoom back.
There could be a ledge behind them.
The guy had it all lined up perfectly before the guy did this, and then he went up on his hand, and his legs went up higher than he expected, so he just tilted back a little, but lost his hand. He didn't think ahead. I need to be sure to cover this whole space. He would have just backed up some more and been able to get the whole shot.
I still like the colors and the background, and there's definitely action.
Yeah. Oh, it's a cool shot. Yeah,
It's
we
cool.
just didn't
Good
plan
Photoshop in a
plan
hand.
ahead far enough.
This is great.
Yeah, that's an awesome shot, and
I don't know
I
why.
cannot identify that car. I thought it was going to kill me. Justin, do you know what that is?
This is an Altima.
I was thinking
That's like a good
maybe an
guess.
Altima. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a
Tell us which
sedan.
car this is if you're still watching.
it's his car. Anyway, very cool shot. Nicely done.
Whoa.
Wow.
Again, no ground, but you know what?
But there's so much going on here.
It's
so
great.
awesome. You got some motion going on the tire there.
Yep.
That really helps.
We love it.
We'd love to see some ground, but it works anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I
here's a
don't think you're
golf.
supposed to hit the dirt. Maybe you are.
Anyway, yeah, this one turned out. This is better than the other golf shot, which didn't really have any motion because there's actually motion going on there. I should just take that call and bring that person on the
Is
air.
that your phone?
Hello, that's Tony.
Oh.
He's so irresponsible.
Really unprofessional. Unsubscribed.
I unsubscribed from us a long time ago when you guys started talking about Muff. That's when I unsubscribed.
Yeah, we'll get a few of those.
Great shot. Good clearance. He's clearing the horizon. Looks great.
Abu Dhabi.
Maybe actually too much action on this.
Yeah.
Do you think too much blur? 1/25th, like maybe 1/50th of a second would have been right, but I
It's
like
still
it.
cool.
It's better than having freezing the action completely.
Whoa.
Oh, guys, it was a Mercedes E500 W212.
Oh, you know, they're like, you called my car an Altima.
E500. Okay.
Cool.
Don't know what a lot of those numbers mean. Cool shot. They clearly planned out the composition around symmetry to make a
Yeah.
cool shot, and then they had the skateboarder actually do something
It's
here.
very cool.
Yeah, turned out good. Good planning. Great shot. Pick. I
Okay.
like that one. I appreciate the planning that went into
I
it.
like the
Good
planning. I
color,
like
good
the
post-processing.
kettlebells everywhere. That's exactly how I do kettlebells at the gym.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming.
I like to grunt.
Hmm.
I go to Planet Fitness and they have a lunk alarm for if anyone does crap like that. The
Oh.
alarm goes off if you're being a lunk, if you
What's
like
a lunk?
grunt and like drop weights. It's pretty
Can you
good.
hit it? The alarm?
I don't know if I've never seen it go off.
Oh.
I think the employees do it.
That's excellent. Oh my gosh. This is like an athletic Jesus.
People are gonna.
Shall we all
love
just think about that one for a little bit?
White.
Jesus was
Not white.
always athletic. They had a great six-pack.
That's true.
Defies the physics of water.
Yeah.
Giving.
Great shot. Sorry, Jesus. Indoor volleyball. I think it's a good shot. They got low to the ground to show the height of the actual jump. They
It's
caught
a
a great
little
moment there.
green.
Yeah, those gym lights are just
Yeah, they're
terrible.
awful.
Yeah, and often there's mixed lights, but you're right. If you pull that tint towards purple, yeah, the knob below that might help. Yeah, that's better. That's better, but it's gonna be real tough in that kind of lighting.
But yeah, good action.
Yeah, good shot. ISO 10,000. It's tough in those gyms.
Whoa. What's happening here? Do you
Dude,
think he made
doing
it
some
very far?
Yeah, you want to just. Justin's giving me. We're splitting a beer.
This is cool.
Because
I
1.5 beers is correct for the show.
just feel like when they're looking down on him, I feel like he's like a foot off the ground.
Right. Usually with climbing shots, you want to kind of be at the bottom going up. If people don't know, this is bouldering. And bouldering is like rock climbing, except you don't have harnesses and stuff. So you just find a big rock, and you look at different surfaces. It actually looks like this one's leaning back a little, which makes it particularly challenging. But you bring these big pads that they have, and you throw it on the ground below you. And then you try to scramble up. And if you screw up, you fall, and you hit the pads, and hopefully you don't hit your head.
Or this granite ledge.
Right.
luck.
Well, he's got his bro there who's going to try to help, like, guide his head away from granite if he
Yeah.
falls. So you kind of go with somebody else, and you put down those mats.
We've
and-
done rock climbing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ice
This is
climbing.
not quite rock climbing though. There's no harness. This is bouldering.
I don't need a harness. Have you seen me? I'm like a spider monkey.
You are. Yeah. I need a harness.
Great. We see the ground. He's at least 400 feet up in the air, which is incredible. Doesn't even need a hat. Oh, it's like a tiny parachute.
Yeah.
He's happy. I'm going to give this 5 stars and a pick.
Just for the mood. Yeah,
Because
that makes me happy.
I don't know how he jumped that high.
Okay. What sport is that? It looks like
This is
volleyball, but I don't
volleyball.
think you can just grab the volleyball and throw
And
it.
block somebody? This is some different.
They're on the same. Yeah, what is this sport? It's not volleyball.
Nissan's advertising.
Anybody?
I have no idea. That's odd. I'm sure someone will tell us.
Because they shouldn't be on the same side of the.
It is action. Whoa.
That's a beautiful shot. I'm just giving that a.
Whoa.
pick.
I'm going to give this, bam. I'm going to brighten it up. Because that's what I do. Tony, please. I'm trying to do my work.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
See,
Beautiful
it was a
plane.
little dull. You want those highlights on the plane up.
Okay.
Oh, it's handball.
Handball?
That was just something you play in gym as a kid.
Yeah.
I
this
thought
is-
handball had like little balls like that. I trust them. That person knows. I don't know. Okay.
This
Cool
person's
shot.
jumping.
It doesn't
We
seem
need-
like a very big jump. It seems like they're jumping off like a 2-foot thing, right? But they seem to have a parachute or
Oh
something.
my God, freaking everyone is telling us handball. Sorry. I love that they don't just accept the first person to tell us the answer.
People love knowing stuff. Put some nonfiction stuff on the internet, and you discover everybody loves to let everybody else know that they know stuff.
You know what's really funny? This is a little bit off topic, but Ken Rockwell on his photography site has a whole section devoted to like abductions, like alien abductions, but it's all a joke. Well, first we started
joke
reading
nobody
it.
gets.
Well, first we were reading it and we were like, "Oh no!" Like Ken has to be
Oh,
admitted.
he's crazy.
But then you start reading it. It's like all a joke. It's like a super intricate joke with like fake agencies and stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw his weird
It's from
site.
like 98 or
That's
something.
amazing.
But
And
everybody
does
loves-
everyone come in and start
Well, everybody
telling the
points out.
truth about?
No, but everybody points out they're like, you guys shouldn't. We've gotten a few messages and stuff like he's a conspiracy theorist. You don't want to associate with him, so they think it's like real. I don't know. Just reminded me of how people. Oh, you're
Yeah.
going to his anal probing site.
Oh yeah.
Share your anger.
I
Stop
mean,
the madness.
The thing that's difficult is that it looks exactly like conspiracy theory sites.
It's
people
such
are
good
insane.
satire
Yeah.
that it
right.
doesn't even seem like a joke, but it's definitely a joke. We got really deep into it. No pun
Yeah.
intended. And his anal probe site is pretty funny.
I will say, when I was a wee nerd
A wiener.
in the late 90s on the early internet,
Wienered, really?
Wiener.
knee high to a grasshopper I was.
Knee high to a grasshopper. Keep them
Knee
coming.
high.
The funniest thing you could do, nobody could set up a website. So any website you found seemed like something important and official. So the funniest thing you did was just set up fake websites, and you would make just joke websites about stuff. And it's not a joke that would fly now, because now anybody can set up a website. And that's from that period. Like Ken Rockwell just made a fake website that was funny, and then he never took it down.
And people think he's
Yeah,
serious.
people don't understand the context now. It doesn't make any sense, but
It is a dad joke. But,
my dad never joked about anal probes.
well, my dad, our dads are different.
Yeah. Our dads are real different. Good shot.
What is this? Like
It's like hockey, but they seem to be going around.
racing, hockey race.
Why are there so many sports we don't understand?
Yeah, because it
don't
seems like they're doing speed skating, but they have face masks on. Could it be like male roller
This
derby?
one's from the United States. How dare he do this to us?
They have those Sony action cams too.
What?
Yeah.
Look at
on
this
their
one.
helmets.
Champagne fight.
He won the thing. This is erotic.
I'm glad you said it.
This is
Why?
I was
Because
thinking it.
successful men are sexy? Is that
making me
why?
hot under the collar. Speaking of,
What? What's going on with it?
oh my gosh, it's a self-killing chicken. Like what I always wanted. Cracks its own neck and then
What?
Genetic engineering has been taken to the next level. Now when chickens get of age, they just snap their own neck and they're ready to serve.
but see, it's
That's
like
horrifying. right
flinging
there.
spit. It's like Exorcist chicken. So I'm gonna give that 5 stars on a pick.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's a chicken behavior
and I'm
I
gonna
was
go
not
back to
previously
this
aware of.
picture, and I'm gonna do 5 stars on a pick. I'm gonna save it for later. Ew.
I don't know. There's there.
That
in the
makes me
swimming-
nervous.
I
You
thought
could
these were something you would not know what the heck were.
track. I mean, one head could go down. Helicopter,
And maybe a
planes, and helicopters, and wait, that's something. That's sad. What time is it? Well, we went over anyway, so
Always.
Yeah, I think we might be back.
this is a bus. I don't really see action.
Okay, I think.
Mm-hmm.
that's action. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bah!
For now on, Chelsea, you just do the sound effects for each of the pictures. Chris Shitcock already sent in another picture.
Tony,
I might have mispronounced his name, but regardless, you don't get to send in more than one picture.
Tony, that was vile.
It's his name.
Oh, it's Chris Hitchcock.
Tony, of all the times the stream could have dropped, it should have been then. I apologize, Chris. Tony is bad at reading.
Yeah, maybe you go for Christopher or something.
Can I look at that?
It's got Shitcock right in there.
No, it doesn't. If anything, it's Hitchcock. Gosh. Come on, Tony.
The first one I saw, I thought it said Christian cock. So
Now I know what you both are up to in your free time.
ChristianCock.com.
It's a dating site.
Yeah, you date and then you go right to hell.
This is taking a turn.
This is taking a turn for the worse. I'm going to say it.
Oh, and then we have to look at a picture of like a 10-year-old playing softball.
Let's just go right past it. I don't feel comfortable.
Whoa.
Old-timey racing.
Oh my God. I love this sort of racing because somebody's going to die that day.
Oh my God.
Open wheel racing, no roll bar. He just needs to bump into something. He's going to roll and then he breaks everything. If there's another, you know what happens when two open wheel cars touch wheels?
They make it small.
They just
make
fly
a tiny,
right up in the air.
tiny open wheel car.
No, you have such a, Chelsea, this is a family show.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
I think you just proved no, it's not. I'm going to lighten this up because that's my job here.
Yeah, it's like
Not
been
too much,
over
not too
sharpened
much.
or something. This looks like, they look like F-18s. So that's like the Navy version of the Thunderbirds, but I can't remember what they're called.
It's
The Blue
cool.
Eagles.
It's cool.
Blue Eagles?
Bleagles.
Blue Eagles.
I like the action here.
Oh. That's fantastic. I love the
That.
dirt being kicked up.
I
Perfect
imagine eye
composition.
contact.
Pick.
Let's keep moving. Whoa,
More
cool
dirt
action.
bikes.
Whoa, this is great action.
Yeah, I love the height on the
I
ball.
like the sand coming up from his feet.
Right.
He's
They got low to the
intense.
ground and shot up a little
I
bit to
can't even
include the
jump
ground.
that high.
Perfect.
Cool. Skateboarding at the
It
beach.
should be cropped. I'm confused by some of the stuff in the foreground there, but
Whoa. See, sit-down jet skis are lame. Stand-up jet skis are where it's at
yeah.
because it takes a little practice.
Yeah. I'm not done the stand up, but I know the sit down's
Oh my
pretty boring.
God.
Wow.
5
That's
stars and a pick.
right away.
I'm going to.
It's unfair that she's from Krypton. Would you look at their arm muscles? Look at that. Look at this gal's. Look at the other one. Look at her tricep there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
Wow.
awesome. This
That's a fantastic picture.
I can't imagine if my nose was bleeding like this, like I'd be in bed for weeks.
She looks happy as hell about
Yeah,
it.
she's like, dang.
Yeah, she's clearly
gosh.
disconnected. Man, that's awesome.
Wow. I love that picture.
Did we give that one a pick? 5 stars? Great shot.
Okay. Well,
This
after,
needs the ball.
after the last picture, she seemed a little wimpy. Consider taking a fist to the face.
They did a lot of things right. They blurred out the fence. You can see a little bit of it, but they did pretty good. But we're missing that key part of the story, the ball, and so you just need
So
the ball.
cute. What's this?
Jogging through a
I
puddle.
like how this lady's just like reading a book.
I like the inclusion of her.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of funny.
I like that picture.
Oh.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's some action. like it.
Okay, that's pretty. Ducks.
That's not
definitely not
action.
action. That's some action.
Yeah.
Wow, that person just jumped like that?
Wait, I thought they were jumping off of something.
I thought it was like a hurdle.
Yeah.
I,
How do you
I
do
guess
that?
they must be jumping off something. I don't think anybody jumps like 5 feet high like
I
that.
don't think so. That's action.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, very cool shot. Maybe too much of the ground included, but overall cool shot.
That's a lot of action.
Mhm.
It looks like he's going to grab that guy. Cool. I'm going to bring up the whites. You want some white and some black in your picture?
Yeah,
Let's just bump the
I-
contrast.
I wish we saw more of his tire. I'm a little bummed that the tire's cut off like that. But I do love the motion in it.
Whoa. Good.
It
Good on
is.
you.
You know, I want to crop it though.
Why, though?
Because,
The rule of space?
yeah, it's just,
You did it. Whoa.
ah.
I hate when you're hurling a body from a cliff and somebody takes a picture. Don't you guys hate that?
Yeah. It's a cool shot.
Pat is a brave person.
They did the, it
How
would have
deep
been
is that
easy to
water?
like zoom in, but they shot wide angle to include more of the overall story. It definitely looks like they're about to die.
This is the picture
gonna
you
be
send to his
optimistic
mother
here.
if you don't like his mother.
Yeah,
Your kids.
that kid's a daredevil.
I like this action.
I love that shot.
Yeah, that's great. She looks happy. It looks so hazy. We
Mhm.
have something for that.
Yeah, maybe they had some fog machines going. Dehaze? Yeah, that actually helped a lot. Nicely done.
It's like Dancing
Some
with the Stars.
more noise reduction could help smooth stuff out some too.
I have no idea what's happening in this picture.
Buffaloes.
There does seem to be some
Yeah,
motion
what
in
is
there.
Is that a tumbleweed? We'll never know. Whoa.
That's cool.
That looks like fun.
Yeah.
Little dark. Pretty neat.
Oh, great panning shot.
Great. Reminds me of Lance. What's happening here? This is action, but it's like,
Thanks for the feedback. A little slower of a shutter speed there, I think, would have conveyed the action a little bit more.
yeah. It's just, I imagine they're going slow, even though it's an action shot. Like it's,
Yeah, just because the
Anticlimactic,
shutter
like
speed's
this.
too fast. They're a little too close to the left edge there. Even just shooting wider. You can always crop down, but you can't
look at this
go
guy.
back.
Because it looks like they just started, so I just feel like, I don't know, there's no momentum. This is a little too much action. I think it's a bird. Whoa, this baby. Calm down, baby. Oh,
Oh,
this
that's a
is
beautiful shot.
excellent.
Mm.
The solar flare's fake, right?
Yeah, but
But it's
But-
done to a good effect.
very cool. We're going through it fast now because we're over.
Beautiful shot.
Beautiful.
Fantastic, tight, 5 stars.
How's that guy feeling about Tony botching his name like that? Is he okay? I worry about
I
him.
apologize to Chris Hitchcock. Maybe I
Yeah,
can't
that
be the
is-
first person to make that mistake, right?
Probably in front of an audience of thousands of people. Probably. I'm gonna say, yeah, probably.
Chelsea, he's from New Zealand. Could you do your impression of him hearing me mispronounce his name? Because you do such a good New Zealand accent.
I can only say chili bin and Brit.
I don't
What's
feel
that?
like you would say Brit. That's all you got.
Why are you gonna put me on the spot? You're the one botching people's names into vulgar things. Okay, that's
It's a
action.
stretch.
Oh, that that jump race thing,
Yeah.
the steeplechase.
What?
Oh, a steeplechase.
Steeplechase.
Still don't know what that means.
Yeah, people said we need to brush up on our sports. We're Americans. We have 3 sports:
Yeah.
Yeah, and
football,
if you like
baseball,
the other 2, we will
basketball.
tease you.
What are the other
Yeah.
two?
soccer,
Anything but football?
Oh,
football, basketball, baseball.
I
That's
like
all
soccer.
we've got.
Soccer.
We're just getting soccer now. We're just accepting soccer as a sport now. See, there's a real American boring sport.
Yeah, yeah. If you're from New England, people in Texas don't accept baseball, but
Oh, fair enough.
It's peaceful.
they didn't quite have the sense of action that some of the other
Yeah.
motorcycle shots did, but it is pretty.
I like the equestrian sports, but that's because I'm a Connecticut girl.
Yeah, and getting lower to the ground here would have conveyed that sense of height more too. I know you don't always have that option. That's a
Pigeon.
beautiful shot. It definitely needs to be brightened up, especially in the midtones.
I still had in my mind sports pictures, so this one I was like, pigeon? It's not a sport.
Pigeon catching, the great American sport. It's up and coming.
I like this
This
picture.
one's great.
Yeah, she's really digging.
She's muscular. She's like, what happened? Great picture.
Yeah.
It's really
The
good.
ball would be good.
It is there. It's right above her arms.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see it.
How did you miss the ball? Where were you looking?
Her buns.
She definitely takes the attention for sure.
Well, I also saw this for some reason, this ball, and I don't know why I didn't
Why's
see
that
it.
guy got the ball?
There's all this bright stuff
Yeah,
here.
I do think maybe desaturating the background a little bit, because it is a very good picture. If you want to do
Yeah.
something with it, the background's a little distracting, as it will be in these sporting events.
I gotta say, I'd be real mad if I had to wear that outfit to play sports. I'd be like, I'm just not playing that. What is this? Ooh, that's great.
Yeah, that
Eric,
is a good shot.
Eric, always impressing
The
me.
Dutch tilt,
He's Dutch.
tilting it a little.
Cool.
Yeah, I feel like I needed more contrast to really convey.
I love this.
That is a file name on that picture.
Yeah.
We cropped his feet off a little. It feels a little uncomfortable.
little
He could
guy.
get tighter and really.
I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
So I would either pan down and show his feet, or just really just get in on the action, because this is where it all is. We'll just go symmetrical here.
Oh, you have to include his chest.
No, I like this space.
I like the space too. Turn
Yeah,
wrong.
getting lower would help. Oh,
That's interesting. I don't know why he's doing that, but he's doing it. Whoa, this is
it's
action.
tough to do like a good
Wow.
jumping face. All right.
That's pretty. Nice.
Okay. Lots of ducks landing.
Ooh, I love
tonight.
that picture.
Oh. Yeah,
That's so cinematic.
it is.
Cool.
You can crop there. Good sport shot.
Great. Dog sports.
Wow. That's
That's an excellent duck.
that is perfect detail. Look at how detailed that picture is. Nicely done.
Yeah. I broke it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
No,
we
that's
did it.
it.
We did it.
Before we wrap up, Siobhan, do you have anything else for us?
I do.
How were the comments tonight?
Funny. Appreciative. They
Appreciative.
like Chelsea's shirt / want to know if you're a poser / want you to sing some GNR.
Oh, Chelsea is not a
sweet
poser.
child of mine. Poser / was my idol as a child. I bought all of the cassettes against my mother's will, and I played November Rain on the piano at a recital when I was about 8 years old. So poser that.
I don't think that's possible, because at 8 years old, it would have been like 1982, and Guns N' Roses wasn't a band yet. You just got busted in a lie.
82? I wasn't even born in 82.
Yeah, dude. I
Wow,
mean,
the
the
web
public doesn't know that.
you weave when first you practice to deceive.
Oh, I see what
He
you're
was
saying.
calling your bluff.
Well, I'm a little slow on that one. What else, Siobhan?
Jeez.
Chelsea's hardcore into music, though, and she loves
Finn
Slash.
wants
I
to
will
know,
vouch
if
for
you
her.
had to choose a different U.S. state to live in, what state would it be? He didn't
my
say
God.
U.S., but I just added that because
One without
States.
state income tax?
Connecticut is crazy.
I don't know, because I've been to, I think, most of the states at this point, and Texas, Florida, New Hampshire don't have income tax, but I don't really want to live in any of
I'd
those
go to
places.
Florida. Maybe I'd go to Florida.
Hawaii's fantastic.
it's so
super
expensive.
expensive, and it's really tough to travel anywhere. I also want a place I can easily travel around.
Yeah.
I had a friend who moved to DC just because they had a hub airport there,
Yeah.
and because they just liked to travel, and that actually makes some sense.
DC's nice.
It's such a pain to get to a decent airport from where we are. So that, but I don't know. I still haven't found, I don't feel like Connecticut really resonates with me. Not that I hate it, but maybe there could be a better place.
I don't know.
But I don't know
I
either.
guess we can't answer that. What else, Siobhan?
Seems like such an easy question, but we don't know. Lots of places are ruled out.
When will you be coming to the UK?
My cousin in England, in London, just bought a house and she invited me there and I want to go.
Ooh.
Tony doesn't want to go, so I might have to go alone. I'll bring
Just
Siobhan.
like to go to new places.
How accurate do you think the colors and brightness are when you're streaming these photos? Are we seeing the same thing you are seeing or close enough?
Probably not. It's probably not accurate at all.
Yeah, they should be seeing the same thing. There is this weird thing where some people, depending on your display adapter, it won't show the full contrast, so it could end up a little washed out depending on how you have your computer configured and how you're viewing it. But most people just see exactly the same thing.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Anything else, Siobhan?
I'm not asking gear questions because I think they're boring.
Siobhan finds gear questions boring. And we don't usually know the answer either.
Right.
It's always
if
like,
it's not something you've already made a video about or it's not in the book,
Or on our website.
then you don't know, like you
Northrop-
haven't used them yet.
Yeah.
Northrop.photo, we have a whole section where we go over cameras, lenses, tripods, bags. You can go there and we have a ton of information.
yeah, just go to Northrop.photo. Otherwise, yeah, we have some experience with some things we haven't written about, but for the most part, people just throw out some random lens of the 10,000 that are available. Like, what do you think of the
We have reviewed a lot.
Sigma 10 to 17? I was like,
When we went through your pictures in Lightroom, you had pictures from how many different lenses?
I don't know, like 100 or something. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
tested and worked with a lot.
Oh, what's our theme next week?
We're not here next week.
Oh, right.
We should recap. We're off
For
next
The
week.
week after that, it's landscapes.
Yeah.
What up? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're done.
We're
Thank you,
winding down.
Squarespace.
Our sponsors.
Thank you, Justin.
If you want an awesome website, go to squarespace.com/Tony. And if you decide to sign up after 14 days, use the coupon code PHOTONEWS and you'll get 10% off. Thanks, Siobhan, for coming in today and reading everybody's comments. Tell your friends. Thanks for submitting your photos.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
That's it. See you in 2 weeks, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry
Bye.
to Chris Hitchcock.
That is all.